Hello guys, this is the second part of Andrew Tate's The Real World Review, and in the previous part I covered all of my issues with the real world, so if you haven't watched it, go and watch it right now or after this video finishes. But yeah, in today's part we are going to cover all of my positive experiences with the real world, everything that I like from the real world as a platform, as a product. So yeah, and by the way, this is not an affiliate video, so I don't have anything to pitch you, anything to sell, so let's go. And these are not ranked in any particular way, I just listed them. So the first thing I really like about the real world is that there is an amazing set of options and literally there is too much value for the price. So the real world as of right now costs $50, around $50, $49. And look at how many fucking options are there. Like, look at it. There is really so much more. And I'm not currently trying to nitpick things that I know there. Just look at how many courses are there in all of these campuses. Like Andrew Tate goes around on podcasts and says that there are 18 modern wealth creation methods. And I think it's even more than that. And some of you who have watched the previous video, one of my issues is that there is literally so many options that it's overwhelming, yeah. But if you have a strong mind, if you have discipline, and you have really cured yourself from the shiny object syndrome, well, this is like so much value, you can't get it anywhere else. So yeah, this is only an issue, the amount of options, if you are weak-minded and yeah, you have shiny object syndrome. But for people like me who have battled this successfully, well, this is not a problem. This is a very, very nice addition. And yeah, this is the first thing that I liked about the real world and still like to this very day. Now, let's continue with the second thing that I really like about the real world, and is that there are frequent updates and lessons. So, every day in the real world, regardless of the campus, there is some form of lesson posted. It can be a written lesson, it can be an audio lesson, it can be a whole dedicated video. But there are frequent updates. Also, every once in a while, if let's say a segment of copywriting is outdated, let's say for example that Instagram is flooded with 16-year-olds and Indians who are sending mass DMs, well, this segment in the copywriting campus, which is in regards to outreaching on Instagram, is going to be updated, and this method of spamming DMs is going to be updated or at least touched upon. And I'm not kidding, like there are so many campuses, I'm too lazy to count them, but I promise you, every single one of them is updated daily or weekly in some mass form of updates. And yeah, there are always new lessons every single day. So yeah, this is like a spin-off from the amount of value here, but there is so much fucking value and more value is added daily. And all of this is for the price of $49. So yeah, let's continue with the next thing which I like, and that is there is a strong sense of community. So you probably have seen this if you were online and you've seen Andrew Tate's and Tristan Tate's posts, and people are really flocking to this man. They really like him as a personality, as an influencer, as a person in general. People really like him. And the real world is like the fucking, I don't know how to call it. It's a place full with the most hardcore Andrew Tate fans. And I'm not talking about like this is some place where people are circle jerking and just praying to Andrew Tate and bowing down to him. I'm talking that all of these people here in the real world, so currently I don't know how I can see how many people are using this place. I don't know how many members are there, but there is a really strong sense of community. And all the people here love making money, self-improvement, getting better in life in general. So yeah, the community is really strong. The chats are very active, regardless of the fucking campus, regardless of the channels inside. There is literally a chat for every part of your journey. So the community is really active on all fucking levels. And the community supports each other most of the time. If you have watched my previous video, you know that I had some issues that sometimes the community acts like NPCs, at least for certain campuses. But overall, the community is better than most communities out there. And of course, the best thing is that it's active. Let's move on to the next thing which I really like, and let me drag it. Fuck. Well, I revealed it like so the next thing that I really like is that competition here is made right. And let me talk about what I mean by that. So you see, men, and I'm talking about men because primarily men are a part of the real world. We love competition, and don't lie that you don't do. You love it when you win. And if you don't love competition, you're probably a beta cook, and you probably wouldn't watch my channel because I won't be recommended to you. But we like competition, and competition here is made through multiple ways. So let's check, for example, where is that? So there are contests made throughout different campuses, and these contests have a goal, maybe write this or make this much money and do your submissions this way or outreach a certain amount of times, things like that. Throughout the different campuses there are different contests. For example, here there are some I don't know where to find them because I'm mostly active on other campuses, but there were competitions about how many views you can get on social media and things like that. And of course, there are rewards, which is another part of the competitions that are made right, because let's say, for example, the school competition, and I'm not talking about the competition which Alex Hormozy does, I'm talking about inside of the school communities, there is a competition on how many points you can get. These competitions are meaningless because the points you get in a school community are useless. You can't use them for really anything. But inside of the real world, you get rewarded with these points here, power level points. And I'm going to maybe talk about what are these for in another video, but basically they are important. These points have a purpose. It's not just to flex. And also you can get rewarded these coins, which are used to buy cool things here, which, well, is a part of another thing which I'm going to touch upon later in this video. And also there are sweet rewards with cash. So competition here is made right and is promoted. So if you are somebody who likes competition, or at least feels motivated by competition, I think that you will find the real world very helpful and very interesting. Now let's move on to the next thing which I really like, and that is there are clearly set out roadmaps and things are made easy. Regardless of the campus which you choose, there is a roadmap which is laid out, and it's so easily explained and shown that an idiot can do it, literally. So you start with the introduction here. This is the introductory courses, and they explain what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Then you go and starts like they start explaining concepts to you and how they are done or how should they be done. Then they walk you step by step. They literally hold your hand on how to do shit. Look at it. So many things. And it's things are made so much easily that an idiot can do it. Like it's really mind-blowing to the detail they went with. Just show you how to make money. Literally. It's so fucking easy. And this goes for every single campus in the real world. Things are made easy, there is a clear roadmap to follow, and yeah, you just turn your brain off and do the fucking work. So let's move on to the final 3 things which I like, and let's start with there are quizzes after some lessons, and yeah, I like this because on other courses you just watch it and they don't care if you learned anything. Inside of the real world is not really like that. For some of the courses, there are, after you finish taking a lesson, there is a quiz. And yeah, if you have watched my previous video, you will know that some of these quizzes are made better than others, and there are no quizzes for every single lesson. So yeah, I highly recommend, if somebody from the real world is watching this, please make more effort to add better quizzes and quizzes after every single lesson. But the quizzes in general ensure that you have paid attention, and yeah, I like this. Now, to the next thing. The real world is not just about finance. There are also a health campus and lessons about speaking, networking course, and much, much more. I said much, much more because I don't want to reveal anything more, but literally the real world is so much more than just about making money, or some people even go as far as to say that there are lessons on how to traffic women here, which is bullshit. But yeah, this is not just about finances. So let me check out this campus here. Where is it? The health campus. So there are lessons. It's named a fitness campus, but there is courses about nutrition. There are tools on which they will help you to calculate things regarding nutrition, regardless your training and how to train. Inside of the business mastery, there is a course on networking, and many, many more things which cover philosophy, way of living, and things like that. And this is one of the reasons why I keep my subscription to the real world, even though I have completed most of the courses which I need in my business and entrepreneurship journey. I find it very useful that they just keep on putting more philosophy stuff, more mindset stuff, more nutrition and fitness stuff. And some of you might go and say that mindset is bullshit, but mindset is not bullshit. And yeah, I'm actually going to release a video in the near future about mindset. But yeah, all of these other lessons about which are not just about finance are really helpful, especially if you are trying to mature and to just become a better person in general. And now let's go over the last thing which I really like about the real world, and that is it has a lot of gamified elements. Now, I allured to this earlier in this video, so as you can see, you have ranks, and I'm not talking about the ranks in League of Legends. The ranks here are represented by 2 things. So there is the color and there is a chess piece. And the chess pieces, as you know, are pawn, knight, bishop, rook, a queen, and a king. And the colors here are, I think, silver, gold, emerald, diamond, and I think that is so. So the ranks, what they have a purpose. So the purpose they serve is the higher rank you are and the higher league you are in terms of a pawn or I think chess structure. So it gives you boost to your power level and the power level points which you are getting. And as I said, these power level points will be used for certain things. And I'm just going to tell you what are these things. So the power level will be directly tied to an airdrop which Andrew Tate plans on doing. And this airdrop is regarding his soon to be announced crypto project called The Real World. And essentially this project is going to let people who have it, who own the real world tokens, have access and like digital ownership of the platform, the real world in general, which is a cool concept. I don't know how he will make on his work here, but so far he has not lied, at least to in regards to these projects, so I fully trust him. And this is one of the other reasons for me to stay in the real world, because if you leave the real world at any point, your power level gets nullified and restarted back to zero. So this is an important element. And also, as you can see here, there is a checklist they added, and if you complete your checklist, you get rewarded with power levels. Also, if you attend competitions, if you take part in competitions and contests, you get more power levels. If you win those competitions, you get more rewards, not just power level points. And if you're useful in the chat, as you can see, these reactions here also equate to some power level points, which is, again, great. The real world is really gamified, and yeah, it's a really, really, really cool concept. So this is all of the things which I really like about the real world. And yeah, as I said, this is not an affiliate video, although I have an affiliate link. I feel like I don't want to sell you anything. So thanks for watching. Tomorrow or the day after that, I am going to upload the final part of this series, which will be all about, is the real world worth it? I am going to compare the good, the bad, and I will just tell you, is the real world worth to buy in 2024? So subscribe, like this video, and take care.